Class A gas Hurricane motorhome just landed here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Thank you for taking the time to watch here. I haven't looked at the info sheet on this, but just looking at the general look of it, the styling and whatnot, this definitely has to be in the early 2000s, probably 02 or 03 is my guess. It's definitely been outside stored, but man, I tell you, they did a good job taking care of it. You can see where the sun has touched it, but I don't see where anything has leaked. I don't see any weather checking on the tires, and the inside is really well kept. And there's something like 3,000 miles on this thing, roughly. So they did use it, but that's good. That means they actually touched it frequently. You saw things like the awning topper over the slide there. Those are great for preventative maintenance. They keep the worst of the weather away from your slides, your seals and your roofing. Again, I mentioned tires look to be in good shape, so even though it was stored outside, dry rotted weather check tires do not appear to be a problem here. They really look like they kept on top of everything. That outside tire usually gets the worst of it. Does have an onboard Onan 5500 generator here. What's nice is that feeds right off your normal fuel tank, so you only have one fuel cell you need to worry about. Cool little feature though is the generator will stop feeding fuel when the master fuel tank gets down to about a quarter. So if you're running the generator somewhere, you cannot leave yourself stranded. You'll always have at least a quarter tank of fuel to get to a fill-up station. That's pretty nice. By and large, this is one of the good soldier motorhomes from this manufacturer. It's on the Ford Triton V10 power plant Ford chassis. It's the most popular gas motorhome engine setup used today, and it's a workhorse. The thing is just reliable. Now, looking at your interior again, extremely well kept. You can see that your fabrics and upholstery here not worn down. I like to look at the backs because people, for some reason, they really wear down the backs of these things, and you can see this all looks virtually factory fresh, even though they definitely use this motorhome. It is, again, the definition of used, not abused. Let me back up here and give you a good shot of the whole cabin area. I see a lot of these things. When you're in this business, you just get numb. You get so numb to every RV. And I stepped inside this one, and I actually went, wow, because this is in very nice shape. And I love these really big windows here. Again, the whole point of the Hurricane series of motorhomes was that they gave you the rock solid reliability that you really want and need out of a good investment like this. But the features and things you're going to use and enjoy every day, that's where they spent their money. Like you have good doors here, because going down the road, if you've ever been in a motorhome going down the road, these things are violent. Now you see extra things like the owner's manuals. I like seeing that stuff. It tells me people kept track of this. They took good care of it. Twin AC system, so this thing will keep cool in the summertime months. That's actually one of the nicer parts of the white skin is a lot of rigs nowadays have very cool color packages on their skins, and while I enjoy that, it does mean that they can tend to generate more heat from the sun. With a white skin like this is an awesome summertime traveling coach. What is it? At the time of this filming, 43,217 miles, so pretty darn close to what I was estimating there. Again, Ford chassis, Triton V10 gas motor. The thing is about as bulletproof and reliable as they come. You see here we do have a leveler set up, which a lot of rigs in this class do not have. A lot of people take that for granted, and that can potentially be a very costly mistake. A lot of motorhomes are not necessarily planned, designed with having leveling systems in this price point. So it is good to see that there. Storage is always a concern in any RV, and they have some very generous cabinet space here. I mean, the overhead kitchen cabinets you see go up past my elbow. That's a good sign. That also generally indicates that our below the counter storage is a little bit larger as well. And the easiest way to tell that, I found, because all these stovetops are basically the same size, look at the space behind the stove. Usually you'll see the oven juts right up against that wall. And here you see you got about an extra 6 inches. That's awesome because you can keep toasters and stuff out of the way back there. And if you notice, You do see power outlets right here in the kitchen, and they're tucked up out of the way, so you don't have, you know, to deal with wires stringing around. Like if you do pull that toaster out, you're not going to knock something off the stovetop. You plug it in when you need it, you unplug it when you don't. Not a problem. And I like this big tall pantry right here. You know, if you're going to go traveling, it's nice to sometimes have at least some basic goods on hand for you. And this right here, all of your, you know, your cereal, your Pop-Tarts, all that stuff, you got it all in one spot. And good wardrobe storage. In the hallway here, between the bedroom and the bathroom, we have an excellent size wardrobe. And that is at least 2 feet deep. You see it's 3 cabinets wide, and you have all this dresser space below down here. So you can keep this thing packed with your camping clothes. That's what I like about it. You don't have to pack and unpack and repack everything. Back here in the master bedroom, again, the trend of lots of big windows continues. And that is one of the things I like. You see, I have the shades pulled. I have the shades drawn in here, and it's still very comfortable. You know, you don't, if you're primitive camping, you don't have to kill your coach batteries in this thing. It gets the job done well. And it's not a corner bed. I really dislike corner beds because they're a nightmare to make, and you trip over each other, you climb over each other. If one of you has to use the bathroom at night, you're always waking the other up, and nobody ends up sleeping well. Now this little cabinet here is designed for a very small TV. Again, this was made before flat screens were just in every single coach out there like they are today. The bathroom I was really surprised with. They did a good job of all the space in here. You know, a lot of these mid-size Class A motorhomes, meaning the non-40-footers, this one's probably, I haven't looked at the spec sheet, but I'm going to guess 32 to 35 feet. You know, a lot of these in this size, they have these little closet bathrooms, but this one actually has good legroom. And if you notice, the toilet is on a riser here. So if you're a little bit older, you don't have to kind of, you know, sit down and stand up so far. And you have extra countertop space here for your toothbrushes and your blow dryers and all that. This is a really, really well-planned, good soldier model. You know, you might find something a little bit fancier or flashier, but man, for the dollars and cents, this one really offers it all. You get not just a living room side, but a full-depth super slide in the living room. You get the comfortable cockpit area. You get something that's obviously been very well maintained and loved by its previous ownership. And that's the most important thing when you're looking at any used RV is you know, not how nice the stickers are, but did they take care of the structure? Did they treat the roof and the seals and everything? And in this coach, they definitely did. So give us a call, 800-256-5196, Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Thank you, everyone. Take care, stay safe, and happy travels.